You arrive in the world as an egg no larger than a mango. Buried deep in a sandy nest on the riverbank, you lie curled inside your shell, eyes sealed shut, heart beating slowly. Your mother, a vigilant reptilian sentinel, has stood guard for weeks, though she appears indifferent. Her instincts have sharpened over millions of years to give you the best chance at life. But even her scaly watchfulness isn't always enough. The sun bakes the mound above you. Some hatchlings won't even make it to the water. You were never promised safety. You tumble out of the nest in a squirming cluster of squeaks and scales. Your cold-blooded metabolism saves energy when food is scarce. Even so, starvation is a constant threat. Insects are small, and your aim is laughably bad. You've missed more meals than you've caught, but your senses sharpen daily. Your eyes, with vertical pupils, begin to discern motion with terrifying accuracy. Your skin grows tougher, armor forming with each passing week. Inside, your stomach becomes a cauldron of acid, capable of digesting bone. Your legs are wobbly, but functional, already strong enough to scuttle. Your jaws, small as they are, shut with surprising force. A heron's beak spears the water beside you. You vanish under a lily pad, heart racing, instinct pulsing. You've survived this time. You were born ready to bite. Warming your tiny developing body while your 50 or so siblings grow beside you, equally blind to the dangers waiting beyond the nest. Your skin is olive green and speckled. You stay close to the water's edge, darting between reeds, lunging at dragonflies or water beetles with unpracticed enthusiasm. You start to understand movement, shadow, and scent. Flicker above means bird. A ripple below might be fish, or something worse. A near-perfect camouflage against reeds and mud. You are a survivor. For now. Urea Nile Crocodile, Crocodilus, Niloticus, born into a lineage that has outlived the dinosaurs. The second your egg begins to tremble and crack, the race begins. Monitor lizards sniff the sand. Marabou storks circle above. When you finally break free, squinting under the sun, the world is noisy, bright, and far too large. Your mother does something astonishing for a reptile. She opens her colossal jaws and gently gathers you inside. Along with your siblings are transported in the safest, if slightly soggy, taxi nature has to offer, her mouth. She carries you to the shallows of the Nile, where a new realm of challenges begins. One wrong move, one nip too close to another hatchling's tail, and you may find yourself at the receiving end of a sharp reprimand, or worse, a cannibalistic lunge. Hunger makes monsters of even the smallest cousins. In these first days, you must learn everything fast. Better young crocs aren't your friends. You rest often, belly pressed against warm mud. One afternoon, you hear a splash. Panic. You're learning not just how to eat, but how not to be eaten. A vital lesson. The dragonfly didn't stand a chance, or at least that's what you believed. It buzzed in slow loops, practically inviting you. You crouched low, your snout barely above the surface, motionless. Then it came within reach, you lunged, and completely missed. It happens often, but hunger sharpens focus. Your next opportunity comes with a school of tadpoles, wriggling like black commas in the shallows. You position yourself carefully, your eyes perched on top of your head, let you watch without being seen. Your nostrils stay above water. But inside, something ancient and powerful stirs, instinct fulfilled. Your limbs remain still, but your tail twitches just a little. Snap. Success! You scoop a mouthful of writhing life and immediately retreat to a quiet corner. No one celebrates your first catch. Scutes. Those bony, armor-like scales on your back now form ridged rows, giving your spine a prehistoric grandeur. Your jaw has lengthened, thickened, thanks to a steady diet of frogs, fish, and the occasional unfortunate rodent. Your body is built for stealth and strike. Short limbs, powerful tail, webbed feet. Your sensory organs, eyes, ears, nostrils, are aligned neatly on top of your skull. You can drift just beneath the water's surface, nearly invisible, watching the world without revealing yourself. Even your gaze is changed. Your new teeth now larger and more numerous, erupt constantly. Old ones fall out, swallowed or discarded in the mud, and new ones grow in behind them like conveyor belts of bone. Your once tranquil backwater now roils with sediment and hidden threats. Larger predators begin to appear, full-grown crocs, with jaws the length of your entire body. You learn to freeze when they pass. You learn not to stare. You grow more aggressive without entirely understanding why. Hormones whisper that the time of innocence is fading. It is colder now, steadier. Once unwisely, a small monitor lizard. It bit back. You start using your tail to herd fish into corners. You lunge not with clumsy speed, but with explosive precision. Your strike now resembles a trap snapping shut. Silent, brutal, final. You still carry the scar on your foreleg. Tadpoles may be small, but they are yours. You grip them with conical teeth that don't chew. Crocodile teeth are designed to hold, not slice. You swallow whole, and your internal furnace gets to work. One of your larger siblings, eyes gleaming with cold calculation, eyes your tail. Cannibalism isn't rare among Nile crocodiles. You start thinking in terms of mine. When food is scarce, family means little. You'll learn to sleep with one eye open, a trick your ancestors have mastered over eons. Literally, each hemisphere of your brain can rest independently, letting one eye stay alert. Your stomach is highly acidic, capable of breaking down bone, shell, and sinew. Every bite you keep down fuels growth, muscle, and future dominance. In the coming days, you get bolder. Small fish, frogs, even the occasional careless bird chick. You begin to experiment. You try lunging from under roots. You fail. You try floating motionless until prey drifts close. You succeed. Once. You are still small, still vulnerable, but you are learning fast. And in the Nile, fast learners survive. You also discover hunger's darker side. Your body begins to change subtly. Your belly thickens. Your reflexes quicken. The river starts to feel less like a threat and more like your domain. The thrill of the hunt has taken root. And with every successful meal, you grow not just in size, but in confidence. You are no longer cute. Your skin, once soft and speckled, has hardened into a plated mosaic of olive, charcoal, and bronze. You've tripled in size within a year, but the changes come with discomfort. You start testing limits, snapping at rivals, lunging more fiercely. Sometimes you challenge a sibling, sometimes a turtle. The river changes too. Current flows stronger during the rainy season. You also discover new techniques. You are still not the apex predator of the Nile, but you are climbing. And something else grows within you. A sense of ownership, a patch of reeds, a curve of bank, a warm, flat stone for basking. You're no longer just surviving, you're preparing to dominate. Drought arrives quietly with the sun. The rains fail. The river shrinks into a skeleton of itself. Fish vanish, birds migrate, frogs bury themselves in the mud. You convulse, purge, sink into the mud. Illness washes over you like a fevered wave. Your vision swims. You lose time. Stay still for hours, days, conserving energy. Your once plentiful hunting grounds are now a cracked mosaic of dust and disappointment. Your blood, rich in antimicrobial peptides, fights off the infection. Slowly, your clarity returns. You drink muddy water. You bask weakly in the sun. And one morning, you hear something unexpected. Frogs croaking. Then the sky breaks open. Energy returns. Scarred but alive, you emerge stronger. Not just physically, but mentally. You have faced starvation, illness, the edge of death. Your body is a symphony of muscle and armor. Your jaw is capable of crushing bone with over 3,000 pounds of pressure. You no longer hide from larger crocodiles. You are the larger crocodile. Inflate your body, raise your tail high, and unleash a deep guttural bellow. It echoes across the water like thunder rolling through a cave. This is your challenge. You rush at each other like armored torpedoes, jaws wide, teeth flashing. You wrestle in the shallows, twisting, biting, heaving. One wrong move, one exposed flank, and it could mean serious injury, or worse. You've earned the right to pass on your genes, a primal roar that says, leave or fight. Your belly hollows. Your ribs press against your armor from within. You patrol a stretch of riverbank you consider yours. Rich with fish, lined with sun-warmed basking rocks, your tail bears new scratches. The river smells of blood, ideally situated near a backwater lagoon where females tend to nest. Other males think the same, unfortunately. She lingers. You swim side by side in a slow spiral dance, There is no poetry, no tenderness. But in the world of crocodiles, this is connection. This is success. They cruise the river with slow grace, smaller and sleeker. You follow them with silent interest. Courtship among Nile crocodiles is subtle. You grunt softly, brush against them, float near 4 hours. Your body slows, metabolism shifting gears like a machine, conserving its last drops of fuel. You lie half submerged in a shrinking pool, barely breathing, heart beating fewer than 5 times per minute. One day, you mistake a rotting carcass for a meal. You swallow greedily, desperate. Hours later, your stomach revolts, and yet you endure. Your immune system is ancient but fierce. Rain. The river swells again, bringing fish, insects, life. You eat cautiously at first. Your body stirs, your heartbeat quickens. And you survived. By now, you are a force of nature. Measure over 4 meters from snout to tail, and when you drag yourself from the river onto the sand, even the herons pause. But with size comes responsibility and competition. Territory is everything now. When a rival enters your space, there is no hesitation. Sometimes the display is enough, but not always. When the battle comes, it is violent and brief. You win this time. Your rival retreats, bleeding and humiliated. You remain victorious but wary. Your jaw aches. Now, dominance brings new desires. You begin to notice the females more. One responds. You have claimed territory. You have won battles. But your journey isn't over yet. The female chooses the nesting site, but you stay close. It's instinct, not affection, that keeps you lingering near the sandy rise above the waterline where she begins to dig. She moves slowly, deliberately, using her hind legs to scrape a shallow pit in the warm earth. When the nest is ready, she deposits a clutch of creamy white eggs, around 50 in total, each roughly the size of a goose egg. Inside each one, a potential life grows, a replica of what you once were. Fascinatingly, the temperature of the nest determines the sex of the hatchlings. Below 31 degrees Celsius, mostly females. Above 34 degrees Celsius, many won't. But that's no longer your concern. It's mostly males, somewhere in between. Waited long and endured worse. You've passed on your genes. They squeak, stumble, scuttle through reeds and water. Some vanish within hours. Others will grow, if they're lucky. You don't watch them closely. You simply know they are there. Your code, silent, cold, and ancient. To the next generation, a mix. No one teaches you this. It is simply embedded in the survival code of your species. You patrol more frequently. Watch the bank with unwavering eyes. Snap at intruders with swift, punishing force. You've seen what happens when the nests are left unguarded. Monitor lizards, feral pigs, birds, even other crocodiles. You're not sentimental, but something ancient in you compels protection. She covers the nest with sand and mud, tamping it down gently. Then she waits. And so do you. During this time, your vigilance sharpens. As the weeks pass, the sun's heat incubates the clutch. Your eyes close. Then one evening, you hear it. A chorus of high-pitched chirps, muffled beneath the sand. The hatchlings are ready. The female responds first, using her snout and powerful limbs to uncover the nest. You remain nearby, still as stone. Every ridge on your back, every tooth in your jaw, every scar across your hide tells a story written not in words but in blood, instinct, and patience. One by one, tiny crocodiles emerge, blinking in the light for the first time. Their tiny jaws already capable of snapping shut with surprising force. She carries them gently to the water's edge, just as your mother once did. Some will survive. You've done your part. The river rolls on, indifferent to your victories and scars. You bask in the morning sun, your massive body a monument to survival. You've watched seasons change, seen droughts come and go, fought rivals and claimed territory. Around you, hatchlings begin their journeys, just as you did. And one day, when your massive body slows too much to strike, when your once lethal jaws rest longer than they bite, the river will reclaim you. But your story won't end there, because somewhere, a hatchling snaps its jaws for the first time. Somewhere another egg cracks. Another life begins. You were never meant to live forever. You were meant to continue the cycle, and you did. As the sun sets over the Nile, casting golden light across your armored back. You blink once. Slowly. The water laps at your side. You are part of the river now. And the river remembers.